In the title of my video, I said that this is the S21 that most people need. Now, why would I say that? Why not go for the S21 Ultra, the biggest, baddest, armed to the teeth version of the S21 lineup? Well, there are a few reasons. Price, display, build quality, camera, and battery life. We are going to explore these 5 topics, and I am going to ask you, the viewers, what do you really need? In the States, the S20 launched last year at $999. This year, it is launched at $799, which is $200 cheaper. But in Malaysia, this is not the case. The S21 is actually launched 100 ringgit more expensive compared to the S20 last year. Now, why did this happen? I noticed that the base model for the S21 that was launched this year is actually the 256GB model compared to the 128GB model of the S20 launched last year, which probably justifies the price hike. Well, in Samsung's defense, they are including more freebies this year. With my pre-order unit, I received the Samsung Wireless Charger Trio, the Galaxy Buds Live, and the Smart Tag, which adds up to about 1,200 ringgit. After the pre-order ended, instead of getting the Galaxy Buds Live, you're getting the Galaxy Fit 2, and the rest of the freebies remain the same. The Galaxy S21 Ultra, on the other hand, costs a whopping 1,199 US dollars, or 5,299 ringgit in Malaysia. Now that is a huge difference compared to the S21. Not everybody would have that much cash to spend on a smartphone, nor would they actually need all the bells and whistles in the S21 Ultra. Which leads me to my next question. If you're looking at numbers, the Galaxy S21 has 421 ppi, which stands for pixels per inch. The S21 Ultra, on the other hand, has 515 ppi. Now, if you have never looked at a 1440p display before, a 1080p display is actually more than enough pixels for the slightly above average user. Colors are vibrant, HDR10 Plus certified, bright, and most importantly, it has 120Hz refresh rate. Now, compared to the S20 series last year and the Note 20 Ultra, both of those phones can only support 120Hz at 1080p resolution, which is actually the same as the S21. Now, the only way for someone to notice the difference between a 1440p panel and a 1080p panel is if they hold both phones side by side. But the question that you need to ask yourself is, do you really need it though? This is a question of personal preference. So to answer this is to go to a store, which is probably not recommended right now because of the ongoing pandemic. Hold both phones side by side. By the way, if you enjoy my videos, do consider subscribing. It will help to support the channel and hopefully I can do this full time. Aesthetically, the glass stick back on the S21 feels great and it's actually more durable compared to glass, which will shatter if you drop it. It has a matte finish just like the S21 Ultra, but I can't explain it. It does feel a little bit cheap for the price that you're paying. There is a significant disadvantage though of having a plastic back. In my previous video, I mentioned that glass is a better heat conductor compared to plastic. So a glass back can actually dissipate heat much better compared to plastic. Keep that in mind if you're into long gaming sessions. If you haven't seen my video yet comparing the Exynos 2100 compared to the Snapdragon 888, do watch that one because I think that there are some interesting results that you might be interested in. Honestly, try and ask yourself, how often would you use a 10x zoom lens? Unless you're into taking pictures of birds, not too often I'd assume. Of course, the extra advantage of having a 10x zoom lens is definitely great. I won't deny that, not to mention bragging rights. But for me, I only use my zoom lens for that tight look when you're taking portrait photos. The 3 lens available on the S21 covers most of the average person's needs and offers more than enough flexibility. a large battery. This is the main reason why I don't use small phones. I consider myself a heavy smartphone user because I watch a lot of YouTube, Netflix, I play games occasionally, take pictures, and GPS navigation. With average usage, the S21 can last you the whole day, but for me, I need the battery in the S21 Plus or the S21 Ultra. But if you're just a casual user using your phone for the occasional photos, social media, the S21 is more than enough. So we've gone through all 5 topics. Have you decided what you need? If you have the extra cash to spare and only change phones like once every 2 years, go for the S21 Ultra. If you don't, go for the S21 and I can assure you you'll be more than satisfied with what it can offer. But one important thing to remember is that everything you want is not everything you need. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell for you to get notified each time I upload amazing new content. See you in the next one.